Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one.
The Twin City.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
It's the NBA on 2DH. Well, terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Beasley.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Bridges out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Timberwolves, they've got Karl Anthony Towns. Russell is out there with Malik Beasley. And it's Okogie in at the small forward. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
You got to give him an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
It would have been really nice to get that win on the road, but no team ever happy with a loss. Put up a good fight, and they had nothing to hang their heads on after that one.
And Devin Booker, where would the Suns' offense be without him?
Probably bottom of the league if no Devin Booker slides on that Suns jersey. One of the purest shooters in the league and one of the most phenomenal young scorers that's come along maybe since Kevin Durant.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And there's the pass to Rubio. Booker with it. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Bridges misses. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. To the middle. Here's Towns. Good on the bucket.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
Over to the left wing. Rubio misses. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Ayton, the pass to Rubio. Here's Johnson. Herman Gomez grabs the miss.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
Towns finds Hernan Gomez. Here's Beasley. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Yes, that goes in.
Booker to the cup with confidence. Feels like he can beat anybody off the dribble right now.
It's tipped. Bridges with the steal. Booker the pass to Rubio. There's the dish to Johnson. Ayton kicks to Johnson. Back to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, Ayton out there playing poker with the flush.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Hernan Gomez passes to Beasley. Now, here is Russell. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. At the number of trades now starting to involve stars. Feels like the league's power balance is always shifting to some degree.
Yeah, and I think organizations that are trying to stay ahead of the trend, Kevin, might think about, we might have a star for just 2 years. How can we get the next one? Backside of that, Kevin, a lot of these star players are signing deals that are not extending to 4, 5, 6 years. They can't even do that anymore. So you get a guy for a couple years. What he wants to do is maximize his earning potential for 1 or 2 seasons, become a free agent again, and then look around the league where opportunities not only to win, but to also cash in. That's what's happening in today's game.
All the officials are all over that one.
The Suns shooting their first free throws of the night. He's off on the first. Well, the development for DeAndre Ayton is going to be all about the pick and roll, both how he runs it and defends it.
I agree, Kevin. If he works with Devin Booker out there as an offensive threat and becomes a guy who can roll with good hands and finish, that's a key for their offense. When you look at his size defensively, he can be imposing.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Here's Baines. Johnson with the defensive effort. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Layman kicks to Culver. Noel. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Phoenix has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by.
Lead passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride. So full speed, 2 points.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Culver. He's tightly guarded. Carter looking around. Here's Ayton. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Ayton's got 6.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Hooked away. Here's Saric. Beat the clock. Count it! He caught it!
That's how you do it. Stay patient, wait for the opportunity, and boom.
That's exactly how you want to close out the quarter, too, with some confidence.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Just playing some real gritty defense right now, just getting up in bodies and forcing a lot of turnovers.
They've got James Johnson. Layman is out there with Culver. And it's Reed in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. That shot a little beyond his normal range. And it's 9 points for DeAndre Ayton.
And this is something Ayton has to keep developing. In this era, big men have to possess an outside jumper.
Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Now here's Johnson. He's coming off a 16-point game against Houston.
Let's just not forget about the work on the glass, Kevin. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
Ayton at the elbow. Saric outside. This one for 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Timberwolves trail by 13. Here's Jerome. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. That's good from Carter.
And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are just floored by how he moves. The amount of speed and agility he has for a player as solid as Ayton is doesn't come around very often.
And with that basket, he puts a stop to the 13-0 run there by the Suns.
Saric in the corner. There's the triple. And Carter with the basket on the assist by Saric. Carter's got 6. And those physical attributes of Ayton are so imposing. Greg, who does he remind you of?
I mean, for current players, you see a bit of Embiid and how they both move so fluidly for 7-footers. From the past, I see a bit of David Robinson in his game.
Towns, no luck. Suns leading by 21. And Jared Culver gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Minnesota making some changes. Juan Hernan-Gomez, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Malik Beasley in for Culver. And a change for the Suns. Rubio's checked in, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
The Suns making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Now, here's Rubio. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. Rubio's got his first bucket of the night.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Lays it in off the breakaway.
That's something about all these turnovers. Right away, you're at a disadvantage defensively.
Here's Russell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Ricky Rubio picks one up. Brent, certain players make everyone around them better. Talk about some of those guys who will do that at the very highest level.
The interesting thing about today's game, Kevin, is it's not always the point guard position. I think in the past we thought two ways. The point guard, who has the ball in his hands, finding guys for them to make shots. And then through the 80s and 90s, it was low post players who were getting double teams and initiating some offense. Yes. Nowadays, it's a lot of wing guys. And it's guys like Kawhi Leonard, it's guys like LeBron James, Kevin Durant. Throw Draymond Green in there with his ability to pass the ball. Jokic in there with his ability to pass the ball. It's all happening around the three-point line and getting into the gaps. So they look a little bit different, the initiators, in today's game.
Bridges misses. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter.
And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense. And it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all.
Russell against Rubio. Pass to Baines. No good that time. Towns with the defensive effort. Here's a Kogi. Booker pulls it in. Suns leading by 23. Here's Baines. Johnson. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Russell with it. He's coming off a 28-point game against Houston.
I felt like in that game, too, he was a man on a mission defensively. Finishing up with 4 steals is an impressive feat. And you can tell, takes pride in that part of the game.
That time, Russell just sneaks in there on the drive. Defender couldn't react in time, and that was all she wrote.
The Suns making a switch here.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line. This offense just continues to impress.
The Timberwolves shooting for the game at 42%. Pass to Jerome. Beasley for 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. And through the first half, a pretty lot. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Out in front at the half is Phoenix. They are completely in control of the game. And
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. DeAndre Ayton has been sensational.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters, just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
3rd quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Suns, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Bridges, and it's Ayton in at the center, locking down the middle. Here's Rubio after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Towns with the steal, and Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Beasley finds Towns. Beasley outside. Passes to Russell for the three. Back to Beasley. Lets the three fly. Russell, no luck. Phoenix has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Johnson outside. Suns moving the ball around. Ayton. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. And that's 13 points for DeAndre Ayton. To the inside. Johnson with the block.
Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
For Minnesota, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Outside, Russell. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Both teams will make substitutions. Poke loose, kicks it to Culver. The pass to Towns. It's hauled in by the Suns.
1 of 5 here, Kevin, to start the half. Their offense looks like it's shrinking right now.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
Tips it up, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
Just a nice job of sniffing one out right there. Would love to see Johnson try to get a few more of those freebies.
The Suns have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Back to Carter. The shot, no good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
How about the force there from Culver, making sure to finish with power, leaving no doubt with that finish.
A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Phoenix controlling this game.
Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, 3-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
So it's the Timberwolves now after the Suns pick up 2. Here's Okogie. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
I hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
And Greg, when you talk about Culver, the one thing he did show in high school and again showed at Texas Tech, the ability to score.
Yeah, and he creates and makes shots against great defenders. Every team in the NBA is looking for that. His jumper, his handle, his ability to move without the ball, already NBA-level stuff.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
The shot by Carter, nobody around. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Just looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Johnson. Some solid defense from Šarić. The Suns have shot 1 of 3 from the line tonight, missing 2 earlier on.
At the line for the Suns, Mikal Bridges.
And that one falls for Bridges. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Beasley's checked in. The Suns making a switch here. Minnesota's gotten off to a very slow start from 3-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Drains it from beyond the arc. Johnson's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
So huge for this offense if Johnson can be consistent with that jump shot. When he's connecting from deep, just eases everything up.
Here's a Kobo. Down low. Here's Baines. Gets himself open and drills it.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Hernan Gomez comes in for Johnson. And it's Russell in for Culver. Ayton, he's checked in for Phoenix. Johnson comes in for Mikal Bridges. Now, here is Russell. He's got 9. Off target on the 15-footer.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in. Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, Kevin, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns, up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Lehman. Evans out there with Russell. And it's Spellman in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
2 points. That one goes.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Russell passes to Lehman. Back to Russell. Brent, when a team hires a new coach, what tends to be the feelings of the players in that locker room, knowing there's a new voice?
If you are a veteran player, you have the opportunity, more than likely, Kevin, to call 5 or 6 resources that know who that coach is. Because most of the time, coaches that are getting hired have previous NBA experience. If you're a younger player, you're looking at what it is that's being written and said about that coach to try to evaluate how it is that you're going to fit in. The biggest responsibility, Kevin, is that new coach trying to get as many of those players into the facility or at a meeting or at a dinner to have them understand from day one, as soon as possible, what it is that they're about, what it is he's expecting from them, and how it is he's going to go about them. Then all the other things about guesswork, those go away.
Right, all about communication.
That communication, and communication as quick as you possibly can, that's an important factor.
And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Both teams deciding to change it up. The Timberwolves have gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Pass to Spellman. And Baines pulls it down. For Phoenix, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. Johnson with the bounce pass. Here's Payne. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feet. Payne's got his first 2 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
Now, here's Diallo. He's guarded closely. Chalk up 2 there.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
To the middle. Here's Vanderbilt. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Payne passes to Johnson. And it goes down 2 points.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Count it.
Just to make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
1:46 left in the 4th quarter. Payne in the post. 5 to shoot. That's tipped. Stolen by Evans. And the foul called on Cameron Payne. That's his first foul. Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Kaminsky is checked in for the Suns. Here's Russell. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Russell's got 4 points in the quarter.
A quick-minded player. Russell can adapt to defenses and put the ball through the hoop.
And here's Johnson outside. Nailed from 3-point land.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Suns.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for DeAndre Ayton.
And so many times on the defensive end showed off those quick mitts, jumped all over the opposition and swiped the ball away a number of times.
Russell passes to Towns. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Diallo, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
34 seconds left in the game. Bridges passes to Payne. Back to Bridges. He kicks to Payne. Here's a Kobo. And again, it's the Suns missing. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And it's blocked. Now here's Payne. Over to the wing. Pass to Bridges. Three-pointer. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
I can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was gonna talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really...
A beautiful day as it usually is here in... We are...
Well, guys,
Great vision, David. Thank you. And the starting group for the Spurs. We've got White. DeRozan out there with Jakob Poeltl. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Walker in at the 3 spot. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Bridges out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5 spot. Now, here's Rubio. Smitty, we know players are getting more nights off around this time of the year. How much did that occur when you were playing in the NBA?
Coaches and organizations really came up to guys when they see they were hurt. You didn't want them to play when they were injured. And then at the end of the season, Kevin, usually you looked and said, ooh, we have the number 6 seed locked up or whatever place locked up. And then that's when you start to get nights off. I don't remember doing it during game 20 and game 30 where guys started to get nights off. That's something you hate. You're trying to come in with an aggressive mindset, and that early foul could take you right out of it.
Stolen by Rubio. They get a hand on it. Poeltl with the steal. It's DeRozan with the drive. And a missed layup. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Phoenix. Bridges kicks to Johnson. Terrific assist, a nice finish, solid play all around.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
Passes it to Purtle. Outside, White. And a wide open look for Walker. No good on the three.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Ayton throws it down.
And dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down.
Now here's White. A 14-point game for him in the win against Dallas.
He was a shot-blocking nightmare out there. 4 blocks on the game and some alter shots as well.
And Ayton throws it down.
I love the play call. Ayton's a well-coordinated athlete. You know he has the reach. Give him a chance to go up and get it.
Murray, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young, he still has a very bright future.
And it's Devin Booker with the rebound.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
Here's Rubio. Bucket is good. And Murray winning second team all-defense in 2018. And Greg, at that time, he was only 21.
And that's been his strong suit. If he can hit perimeter shots consistently, he can be a star.
Here's Murray after the made shot from Ricky Rubio. The Suns making a switch here. Charge is checked in. San Antonio also making some changes. Rudy Gay's checked in for Lonnie Walker. Bryn Forbes comes in for Derek White. And it's Mills in for Murray. Now here's DeRozan. He's coming off a 13-point game against Dallas.
And he showed again why he is such a sensational playmaker. Some of the plays he made were just remarkable.
Booker finds Saric. And slam dunk by Saric.
And you have to get Saric out of the paint. Once he's inside, he's ready to take it home.
Here is Forbes, covered by Rubio. Here's Mills. Keeps it alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Now here's Ayton. He's been a go-to guy for them when they've needed offense. He's averaging 19 points a game.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here is Forbes, trailing here by 8. And here's Mills for 3. Sinks the triple.
And this is where Mills kills you. Tremendous range.
Rubio outside. Ayton trying to break free. Banked in off the glass. Rubio's got his second basket of the game.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter. And here's Mills from the arc. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. Mills has got 6.
I love the vision by DeMar DeRozan. He found the wide open teammate.
And the basket by Rubio.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Gay left side. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Forbes. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And it's Rubio with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. 4-point game. Ayton and Pirtle sends it back.
Gotta love the shot blocking ability of Pirtle. Wonderful timing right there.
And stolen by Ayton. Here's Booker. Fires the 3. Drills it from outside.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictate.
The people ashamed to talk.
Yep, you love the honesty and the bravery to step forward and tell his emotional story.
Yeah, he opened a dialogue. Kevin Love following his lead to talk about anxiety. Athletes as public figures can have a broader impact than just entertaining, and we see it over and over again.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
Kaminsky out there with Dario Saric. Then there's Carter. Then it's Aaron Baines. And it's Jerome in at the point guard. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
This is an area Forbes has worked on. Makes it trickier to close out on him when you know he can put it on the deck.
No NBA offense is requiring spacing, and Bryn Forbes, a shooter who cannot be left open.
Not at all. He's a gunner, still rounding out his game, but the foundation laid is with his marksmanship.
Johnson, he's checked in for Phoenix. Then for the Spurs, White, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes, and Murray subbed in for Patty Mills. Now here's Murray. Defense is right there. Gay in the corner. Takes the three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Jerome passes to Baines. Kaminsky kicks to Baines. There's the pass to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. And now let's highlight the deadliest deep threats to come into the NBA this season on our rookie leaderboard. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Murray dishes to Bellinelli. Back to Murray. Outside, White. The offensive rebound at the elbow, Zeller. Clock at 6. Inside, here's Bellinelli. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Jerome passes to Baines. Here's Jerome. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. At the top of the key, Baines. Jerome passes to Johnson. Carter on the wing. Shoots over White. And nothing but hair on that one.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
And you look at all the under-the-radar prospects that have found success with the Spurs. How do they keep hitting on all these players other teams have missed?
They do a great job with their player development. They also do a great job identifying players with great character. They have guys who work extremely hard. They have great coaching, and they teach. But more importantly, what they do, GA, they give you confidence. And that's where I think the Spurs separate from other organizations.
Booker, he's checked in for Phoenix. And San Antonio also making a switch. Walker's checked in. Gay passes to Walker. Johnson with the block. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Pass to Gay. And there's the whistle. That goes on Frank Kaminsky. That's his first foul. And the Suns here with a different look. Ayton, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Saric comes in for Frank Kaminsky. Bridges, he's checked in for Johnson. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Carter. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Zeller. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Rudy Gay. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for White. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. Here's Booker. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Break for the Phoenix Suns with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought. There is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so. Man, just adding insult to injury, he just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Walker goes in. Back to DeRozan. There's the feed to Walker. Dishes to DeRozan. And finished off by DeRozan.
When DeRozan gets to the rim like that, you know how it's going to end.
Rubio with it. Shoots the 3. No good on the last second attempt there.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. Things were going Phoenix's way from the beginning. An exceptional game plan helped them open with a 12-4. And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
On the court right now for the Spurs, they've got Pirtle. Derek White is out there with Murray. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Walker in at the small forward position.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
It's such an advantage when you can get out and run and get a good look before the defense can set up.
Now, that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
You're totally right. That can be a shot in the arm for them. A spark that turned things around.
Here's Rubio. Lays it up off the glass. Rubio's got the lead up to 13 now for the Suns. Well, Steve, it doesn't matter how they do it, but there are some players, as you know, that can get into another player's head. I guess like a Dennis Rodman, but there are a lot of them now that play and use that tactic.
Yeah, Draymond Green, Kevin, Patrick Beverly, Chris Paul, I think is one of those guys. P.J. Tucker, he doesn't really talk, but he has a lot of antics. There's a lot of guys that like to get in your head. Also, Joel Embiid is one. He does it extremely well.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for Walker. Out to DeRozan, trying his luck from deep, and it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Bridges. Kicks it out to Rubio. Ayton against Bellinelli. And that one's good, Ayton.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And Murray, here we go. Left side, DeRozan. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
The aggressive mindset of DeRozan. Catches and shoots without hesitation.
Phoenix leading by 15. Pass to Ayton. No good on that one. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Oh, the lob to DeRozan. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Keep your head on a swivel with DeRozan on the floor. He'll finish way up top with an alley-oop.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Poeltl. That'll be his second foul of the game. A different look now for San Antonio. Zeller comes in for Poeltl, and Rudy Gay is subbed in for White. Bellinelli against Carter. He feeds it to Baines. In the corner, it's Bridges. Phoenix, no good that time either. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That's his first foul. Sharch has checked in for Mikal Bridges. San Antonio also making some changes. Bryn Forbes comes in for Tyler Zeller. And it's Mills in for Murray. Fires for three. Phoenix grabs the miss. 17 points was their biggest margin. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Now that we have a moment, let's see who have been the top assist teams in the league this season. The Suns, number one.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
The first free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both of the shots.
The Spurs with the league's longest active playoff streak, 22 years in running, not to mention 5 titles in that span. No wonder the Spurs are viewed as the league's model franchise.
San Antonio making a switch here. Hurdle's checked in.
Suns time. Jabbar. That's his first personal foul.
1:43 left in the third. Now here's Mills. He's guarded closely. Hurdle, the pass to Mills.
And they should probably start looking to get the ball inside more. The three-pointer hasn't been there for them like it was in that first half.
Here's Sharch. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Well, Steve, the Spurs are still well run. If they played in a top 5 market, they might be the most popular team in the NBA by now.
You know what, Kevin? They probably would, but this is the way this organization likes it. They like to be quiet and under the radar. They like to sustain success, and they like to build a great culture. At the same time, the small market is really a part of their culture.
Here's Mills. He's got 6. On the wing to Rosen. 51 seconds left here in the third quarter. Gay inside. Baines is there.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And Carter with the basket on the assist by Sharch. And the Suns lead by 21.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Back to Forbes. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Forbes has got 9.
This is his bread and butter. Hard to find a young player better than Forbes at shooting off the catch.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Baines. Got it. Good job in the low post. Baines has got 4 points now in the quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Shots good by Mills.
One of the best standstill shooters in the league. Mills getting better at scoring off the dribble.
Good if it goes. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Phoenix with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. From the And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Suns leading by 19. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Suns. Bridges and Sharch make up the forwards. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Baines in at the 5. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Mills. It's deflected.
I think surprising everyone in this arena. Rubio all over it.
And Mills kicks to Pirtle. Spurs passing it around. Walker dishes to Gay. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Booker. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Pirtle, the pass to Mills. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th quarter, and he uses the glass on the layup.
You know, he's not someone who spends a ton of time in the painted area, but Patty Mills looking comfortable on that one.
Yep, that one goes. 6 points for Dario Saric.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Traps in the tray.
The defense decides to gamble off him, and he cashes in.
Rubio, the pass to Ayton. Booker dishes to Ayton. Tries a 3. Walker with the rebound. Spurs trail by 20. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
And the Suns making a change here. Johnson's checked in, and San Antonio also making a switch. White is checked in for Bryn Forbes. Puts it up from 17. Ayton inside. Defended by Pirtle. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
An absolute beast inside. Love how Ayton uses his size to draw these fouls.
DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for the Spurs. DeJounte Murray comes in for Patty Mills. White finds Murray. Cans it from downtown. Steve, Kobe Bryant said that growing up in Italy gave him a huge advantage learning the fundamentals and the tactics of the game. Do you think Europe's better at developing players than the United States?
You know, I don't think they're better. I do think their system at times for certain players, they get into a system of working on their game. And I wouldn't just say fundamentals from an early age. And a lot of those guys are being able to practice with pros at an early age. I think it comes down to individuals, and also I think a lot of these parents and kids, you have to understand it starts off with making a layup versus making a 3. So I don't think that Europe is doing it better. I just think a lot of times right now we're looking at some of those European players, and they're coming over ready to play from day one versus some other players.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hand.
Here's Rubio. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And DeRozan. Here we go. Good on the baseline, Jay. DeRozan's got 4 this quarter. And Greg, DeRozan watching a ton of films of guys like Andre Miller and Sam Cassell operating in the pick and roll.
Not only that, Kevin, to strengthen his left hand, he'd use it for daily activities like writing, leaving no stone unturned to become an expert initiator.
Walker's shot is off. Phoenix leading by 14. Booker in the corner. Rubio outside. Booker right side. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. And the Suns lead by 16.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Suns.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And this victory will draw them even in the season series as it comes to a close.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Devin Booker.
Active hands tonight. He may have gambled a bit, but sometimes you have to take chances to make plays, and he did that tonight.
Here's Mills. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by Diallo. Out to the right wing. Payne kicks to Diallo. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
Here's Mills, and he makes good on the layup.
You know, he's a streak scorer. Patty has got into a good rhythm here tonight.
6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Got it.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous.
And so it's Phoenix E.
unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. body fluid. And goaltend.
Hang time, moving the plug in the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, ooh. Charge it again like it's credit.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The start.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, everyone, to Noche and Payday, a proud franchise. Thank you, David. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for BC.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. D'Angelo Russell out there with Malik Beasley. Then there's Towns, and it's Okogie in at the small forward. And for the Spurs, they've got DeJounte Murray. DeRozan out there with Rudy Gay. Then there's Derek White, and it's Walker in at the 3. The San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. Russell, no luck. Left side, Walker. Murray outside. Outside, White. Out to DeRozan. 6 to shoot. Tips it. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
Russell passes to Towns. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Far toward the end of the season, some players hit a wall, others come alive. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but that energizes them. What can a guy do to keep improving till the season's end?
Well, I think it starts first with mindset, Kevin. Staying ready, which means you have to be diligent about staying in shape, getting your extra work in if you're not getting the reps in games. Stay even-keeled emotionally. You can't get too high or too low. Keep that professional perspective. I'm a pro. I'm doing what I've always dreamed of doing. I'm getting paid well to do it, and I'm going to focus on getting better each day.
Excellent perspective.
And, you know, guys, the Spurs team dinners, the stuff of legends, just building camaraderie and getting to know one another and being orchestrated with care by head coach Greg Popovich. They enjoyed the finest restaurants and great food and drink, but the fellowship and camaraderie, probably the most important part of those dinner gatherings.
You got to love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And here comes White, leading the fast break. And a wide-open look for Walker. Sinks the three-pointer. Clark, the act of getting dinner, sitting down to a meal. As a team, it brings people together.
It really does, guys. I can't overstate it. When you get a chance to know your teammates off the court, it adds to your ability to play for them on the court. It can't always be just about grind, grind, grind. There has to be some compassion, some caring, some understanding. And sometimes the best places to do that are at restaurants with good food and good drink.
And stolen by White. Walker in the corner. Here's Towns. No good on the shot. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
Russell from long range drills the three-pointer.
Boy, you look at D'Angelo Russell. He's got a sweet stroke. The lefty can knock it down from three, but always seems to be playing at his pace, under good control.
Now, here's Walker. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. DeRozan gets the bucket.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
To the paint. Russell passes to Okogie. Russell against Murray. Pass to Okogie. Back to Russell. Launches a three, and another three for Minnesota.
Whoa, watch out now. And D'Angelo from deep, deep, deep. That's the parking lot range we've heard about for this young man.
And DeRozan kicks to Gay. Murray for three. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Ultra impressive, guys. Caught them off guard, and they've taken the momentum in this game now.
Spurs leading by 7. Here's Walker. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Towns down low. He's covered by Gay. Towns, no luck. Down low. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Murray. And it's 6 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Boy, DeRozan comfortable and confident from that area.
Here's Russell. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's San Antonio. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Take note of the work they've done on the offensive glass. Guys, they've got a ton of putbacks.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
Jakob Poeltl out there with Bellinelli. And it's Mills. Then it's Zeller. And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Now here's Mills. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. And Tyler Zeller's going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Minnesota's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. The 55th pick back in 2009. Those picks don't hit very often, but Greg Patty Mills now with a decade in the NBA.
6'0", and that may be generous. The Australian Mills, a dangerous pull-up shooter, and he does not back down.
Now Zeller, following the three-point attempt by Jarrett Culver. Mills passes to Zeller. Back to Mills. Bellinelli with it. Playing Dallas, he was nearly unstoppable. Good on the three-point shot.
And the way Bellinelli shoots the three ball, in rhythm, full of confidence, a knockdown threat always.
Here's Johnson. And Poeltl pulls it down.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Here's Lehman. Bellinelli is covering. And another shot. Rebound, San Antonio.
You know, the fact is he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
Well, how do you think great coaches go about making that connection with their players?
Well, it starts with being candid and holding the player accountable. Great players want to and need to be coached. And great coaches find a way to do that effectively for that individual and for the team.
The Spurs making a switch here. Badu's checked in. Here's Lehman. Bellinelli is covering. Lehman kicks to Culver. Trains the 19-footer.
And for me, guys, this is an area that Culver should utilize more often, showing off that incredible feel with the jumper.
They get it back. Here's Pirtle. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Pirtle's got his second bucket tonight.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Minnesota making a switch here. Russell's checked in. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Shot from free throw range. Rebound, San Antonio. Pirtle's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Mills. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, Patty Mills is one of a long line of outstanding Australian players who played their college ball in Northern California at St. Mary's College.
Towns, he's checked in for Juan Hernan-Gomez.
And, you know, even though in today's game floor spacing is all the rage, the last 5 years the Wolves attempted the fewest threes in the league. And when they did shoot them, they didn't make very many of them.
Now here's Towns. He's got 5. Count that one.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. Nice dime to the open teammate by Russell.
Poked away, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. And on top of their troubles from range, the Wolves have also had trouble on the defensive glass.
Yeah, and if you can't rebound and you're not shooting it well, you've got to figure out who you're going to beat. Your identity is in question. That's what the Wolves are trying to figure out. Who are we? What do we do well? How do we win? How do we succeed? To get to the next level, they've got to answer that question.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. And some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And San Antonio has possession following the bucket by the Timberwolves.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
There's Russell with the 3. Timberwolves keep it alive. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Out to the right wing. Just 4 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Yeah, you know, the energy, the hustle, the length and reach, Towns using it all to perfection when he attacks the offensive glass.
Here is Forbes. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Bellinelli. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And so it's San Antonio with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but it's San Antonio out on top at halftime. They're leading by 16. Kenny, what? And
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Towns, he's really been playing well.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Checking out the group now for Ryan Saunders to start the second half. Beasley is out there with Russell. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Okogie in at the 3, the small forward.
You know, early in his career, there were questions surrounding D'Angelo Russell's maturity, and understandably so. That's the case with most young players. But of late, in his case, his improvement as a player and his growth as a person is impressive.
Here's Beasley following the score by DeMar DeRozan. It's good from long range. Beasley's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Spurs. They led the game at 1 point by 20. And DeRozan throws it down hard.
Oh, guys, we've seen DeRozan. He's got tremendous bounce. And when he's airborne, not only is he up high, he's strong while he's in the air, too. Really special.
Now, here is Russell. 8 points for him. Off target with the open look. And beginning his career with the Lakers, coaches wanted Russell to take a more serious approach.
Yeah, you know what? I think his last year there, losing the trust of his teammates, probably woke him up a bit. Sometimes you got to go through the adversity to recognize what you need to change. It's not enough to just put up numbers. You've got to be a professional in how you go about your business, and plenty to like about where D'Angelo Russell is and where he's headed.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
And stolen by Murray. Walker finds Murray. Kicks it out to Gay. Lets it go with a 3. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Gay's got 5 points so far.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Beasley for 3. Rebound by Murray.
Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. San Antonio making a switch here. Zeller's checked in for San Antonio. They have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6.
DeJounte Murray played just 1 season at the University of Washington. He grew up in Seattle and went to Rainier Beach High School. It's actually the same high school that produced Jamal Crawford. And as a matter of fact, a lot of good players have come out of the Emerald City.
Here's DeRozan, and that one's on target from the wing. 12 points for him.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pass to Okogie. Can they get it? Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And in Seattle, Murray recognized from a young age as a potential pro.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you can identify those especially talented players, and his nickname was Baby Boy. And how about this, Kevin? Jamal Crawford has mentored DeJounte since the 6th grade. Those guys have exchanged text messages throughout that time. Jay Crossover, one of my favorites, on and off the court in the league, really has helped keep Murray on the right track.
Now here's Mills. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Here's Okogie to the middle, stolen by Gay. Here's Forbes, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Pirtle, he's checked in for San Antonio. And a change for the Timberwolves. Evans, he's checked in for Josh Okogie. Now, here's Culver. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. In transition, here come the Spurs. DeRozan leading the charge. Forbes can't get it to go. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Evans, right side. Reed the pass to Evans. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
Back to Zeller. Feeds it to Forbes. Count it. Good. Forbes has got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, this is the next step in his development. Forbes understanding when to look to score from there.
Shot to stop the run, and it's off the back rim. No good.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Here's Lehman, covered by Mills. The shot by Lehman, no good. Here's Forbes. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. So it's both teams making substitutions here. We've got 13 seconds left in the third. Culver kicks to Evans. Pass to Lehman. Got it up. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
You know, DeRozan has to put so much into the offensive end.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs, up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game, and this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for San Antonio, they've got Bellinelli. White is out there with Johnson. Then it's Tyler Zeller, and it's Zamanic in at the power forward position. And it's Evans missing. San Antonio's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Mark, a big part of your game was rebounding. You controlled the glass so well. What's one thing you would tell young viewers if they wanted to improve their rebounding?
You know, I'm a little bit out of the norm here, but the biggest thing to me for rebounding is pursuing the ball. Boxing out is important, but pursuing the ball and good timing are the most important elements of rebounding. And that's what I would have players focus on. Pursue the ball.
Vanderbilt's shot is good.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Right the pass to Zamanic. And the wide open shot from Bellinelli. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Vanderbilt. Here's Spellman, and he dunks it down.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams. Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Johnson surveying the floor. Clark, we've had sponsors on the uniforms for a couple of seasons now. Do you think everyone's grown used to seeing them?
Yeah, I think it's a normal part of the landscape, and it will take a little more time. I've noticed them myself as I've watched games. We're certainly a far cry from looking like NASCAR drivers, which I think is a good thing. You want them to be done visibly, but not overdone.
And that one is good.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Culver kicks to Evans. The pass to Vanderbilt. Here's Spellman. Over Zeller. Spellman with the bucket.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Johnson with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. Takes a three. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it. That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Evans against Bellinelli. Passes it to White. Here's Samanic. 6 on the shot clock. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Off target with his three. For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Spurs.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins. Now here's Johnson to the left wing. Right the pass to Johnson. Offline with his three. One-on-one fast break. And here's Evans outside. The rebound by Johnson. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become. And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Here's Vanderbilt following the bucket by the Spurs. A second chance effort. Johnson kicks to Culver. Evans passes to Vanderbilt. And it's off from three-point range. Pass to White. Johnson against Evans. 17-foot shot on the way. And too long on the shot. And so it's San Antonio. Easily taken. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining.
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back at our favorite moments
and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Beasley.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. They've got Karl Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell out there with Malik Beasley. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the power forward. And for Phoenix, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Bridges, and it's Ayton in at the center position. And good that time. Russell's got the first points on the scoreboard for Minnesota. A lot of great young talent. Both teams loaded with young talent. What's the key, you think, Doris, as you watch this league, to unlocking that potential and making them what they're going to become?
Yeah, I think for young guys, Kevin, one of the challenges is focusing on getting better every single day. It's the little choices these guys are making. They're going to put in the time to be working on their shooting or their off-the-bounce game or their defensive prowess. Can they be unselfish? Can they be sort of big picture thinking in terms of just not only their success but the guys around them? That's hard for a young guy.
Now, here's Bridges. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, in the open floor, D'Angelo Russell understands he can be special.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Rubio misses.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Boy, hard to shade Rubio defensively. He's always mixing up the moves, stays unpredictable.
Beasley outside. For 3. And it's Ayton with the rebound. The Suns have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. That's good from Booker on the assist by Ayton.
I think the improved strength, right? Devin Booker willing to take on the defender, and he wins out.
Towns can't hit that one. And Phoenix the other way now. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
Yeah, and they won that matchup last time, and it wasn't even close, guys.
Yeah, I thought that had to do with getting the starters in foul trouble and then taking advantage of the substitutes, and that led to a huge disparity on the scoreboard.
Here is Russell. Devin Booker picking up that last basket, and D'Angelo Russell with the 3. Russell's got 7 points.
Well, it's key that you've got to maintain concentration throughout the game, and D'Angelo Russell, nice job in the catch and shoot.
And stolen by Russell. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Towns. The three-pointer, no good. Suns trail by 3. There's no doubt that Karl Anthony Towns is the star of his team right now and in the future.
I think, Kevin, for all the drama and all the turnover we have seen, the one constant has been Karl Anthony Towns' productivity. The question now for the team is, how do they build a title contender around him?
Russell feeling it out a bit. Hits the three-point bomb. Russell's got a couple of threes now in the first for Minnesota.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
And the basket by Rubio.
Say, unwilling to settle for something on the perimeter. Rubio sticks his nose inside.
Hernan Gomez passes to Okogie. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Bridges against Russell. Inside and stolen by Ayton. Bridges kicks to Rubio. Ayton up top. The shot misses. Towns with the defensive effort. Passes it to Hernan Gomez. Here's Russell. And that one, good. He's got 12.
Well, to me, this is where D'Angelo Russell distinguishes himself. He understands that when he can score it, he's going to be aggressive.
Now, here's Bridges. His last outing, he had 8 points. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock.
And typically, he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And the Suns miss again. And here's Hernan Gomez outside. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. D'Angelo Russell getting it done for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
9 times out of 10, he won.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
Frank Kaminsky is out there with Aaron Baines. Then there's Šarić. Then there's Carter. And it's Jerome in at the 1 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
You think about the Timberwolves, the one thing that seems elusive for this organization has been consistency. They have had the talent. They've had good coaching. The problem is they haven't yet put those two areas together.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Kaminsky misses. And the Wolves' door is one of only 11 franchises to have never won a championship. In fact, they've made the Western Conference Finals only once.
I think one of their challenges, at least in this latest run, has been they're competing with a very young core. And certainly you have added veterans to the group. The problem is the core guys have to understand how to step up when it's winning time. What we understand is playoff performance is most important.
Reed misses. And here's Šarić. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. 6-point game. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Suns shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. Of course, you and I were just talking about this as more and more players are going public with their trade requests. Do you think that's had a negative impact on the game?
Well, Kevin, I certainly think it makes long-term planning for NBA franchises a lot more difficult because contractually we are not seeing them hold true to the particular organization they may have signed that contract with. The reality is this in today's NBA. You've got to be nimble as an organization and you have got to be attractive to them. And I mean that with great ownership, great leadership, and who are the players currently in your system. You have got to be incredibly nimble to be successful in today's NBA.
I think you're right on. Now here is Carter. To the inside. Šarić has the open look. Off target with his 3.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
And the pass to Culver. Goes back up. It's hauled in by the Suns.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
Pass to Jerome. Here's Baines. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Pass to Reed. Kicks it to Culver. Beyond the arc. And he's good on the 3 ball. Culver's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Puts it up from 12. And Culver pulls it down.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Timberwolves leading by 8. Johnson, that's for 2. and he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Noel. A three-pointer off the mark. Phoenix has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Kaminsky. A shot off that time, and it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for the Phoenix Suns. On Saturday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Wednesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, here is Russell. He's coming off a 28-point game against Houston.
And he caused major problems with his defense as well. He had 4 steals by the time the game was over.
6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
To me, you've got to stay attached to D'Angelo Russell, especially when he's in those in-between areas.
Passes it to Booker. Over to the wing. Kaminsky with the ball. Johnson's there. And the basket by Kaminsky.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
The 11-footer, and Russell gets it to go. Russell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, this is the go-to shot for D'Angelo Russell. The rise and fire off the dribble.
Here's Kaminsky. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Layman. Russell with a wide open look. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Minnesota with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. At the end of the period, they held it. And...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been a clinic out there with D'Angelo Russell.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters, just disrupting everything.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
Checking out the group now for Ryan Saunders to start the second half. We've got Russell. Also, Malik Beasley out there. And it's Okogie in at the small forward position.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a team-first guy, and boy, does he set up the open man.
Minnesota in the lead. Last season, the Suns made DeAndre Ayton the #1 overall pick in the draft. They had no hesitation, Greg, in making that call.
And when a player like Ayton, who was in the Rookie of the Year combo, from the get-go is available, you have to take him. Not only is the upside sky high for Ayton, but he was an impact player from day one for the Suns.
Rubio, the pass to Johnson. It's good. This game is all even.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Russell against Booker. Beasley for 3. Buries it from three-point range.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
And stolen by Ayton. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Russell. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away. Now it's a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
Listen, we know he's a shoot-first point guard, and when D'Angelo Russell has the ball, he's going to look to score, period.
Hernan Gomez passes to Towns. Here's Russell. Outside, Towns. Offline with his three. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And there's a whistle. That goes on Hernan Gomez. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Phoenix. Sharch has checked in for Bridges. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. The shot by Sharch, no good. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way over Carter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
D'Angelo Russell, one of the best mid-range scorers you'll see. He's got the floater game, the pull-up game, and with his arsenal, he can get a shot at any time.
Now here's Johnson. Sharge outside. They need this. Second chance shot. Ayton, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, we're talking about a big-time rebounder. DeAndre Ayton's timing, excellent.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Leading by 5. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. The Timberwolves again can't hit. You know, Doris, another thing about D'Angelo Russell. He's not afraid of the big moment.
Kevin, he has proven that he is willing to take and make big shots. He doesn't necessarily beat you with tremendous athleticism, but it's his basketball skill that sets him apart.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
This is the kind of damage DeAndre Ayton can do if he gets the right positioning. Nicely done.
Now, here is Russell. 20 points for him. Buries the long-range jumper. Russell's got the lead up to 8 now for Minnesota.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
Here's Johnson. Rebound by Okogie. Timberwolves have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Here's Russell, and he converts the layup. Russell's got 25 points in the game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That is his first foul of the game. And the Suns making a change here. Baines is checked in. And then for Minnesota, Johnson, he's checked in for Towns. Jake Layman comes in for Josh Okogie. And Culver's subbed in for Beasley. Here's Russell following the basket by DeAndre Ayton. And Phoenix pushing it up now. And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut down to 6 and the bucket from Carter.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Here's Russell. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
And here we go. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. And now a 10-point Minnesota lead.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
And here's Booker from the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. It's off to Oklahoma City for him after this game, so they have the Thunder to look forward to. And they're in the thick of this long road run. That's the 3rd of 7 straight on the road. There's Russell with the 3. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Bridges out there with Kaminsky, and it's Payne. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The pass to Lehman. Johnson with it. Shoots from the elbow. No good off the back of the rim. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Here's Booker, and it's sent back by Russell.
Well, that's the energy and effort that D'Angelo Russell brings on the defensive end. This guy has got the ability to be a factor there.
Sharch has checked in for Kaminsky. Minnesota also making some changes. Towns, he's checked in for Jake Lehman. And it's Beasley in for Culver. On the wing, Booker, covered by Beasley. Booker inside, working on Beasley, and he gets it to go. And that's 10 points for Devin Booker. Timberwolves leading by 6. Russell with it. Plenty of space. Sharch grabs the board.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
And that one drops. Bridges has got his first points of the night.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
Showing so much passion and determination here at the end. They're close to the lead, but still have plenty of work left to do.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it, Greg? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And they're pushing it up. And here they go. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That is his first foul of the game. Ayton, he's checked in for the Suns. Okogie's checked in for Minnesota. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Russell passes to Hernan Gomez. Another miss by Minnesota. Suns trail by 3. Here's Booker. Good for his 6th make and a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
Does it seem to you guys that this guy, nothing faces him? Booker treats every moment like every other moment, no matter how big, no matter how small. How about the calm demeanor of Towns, well made for pressure situations?
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Johnson, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez. And Culver's subbed in for Josh Okogie. Johnson. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
And Beasley gets it to go on the assist by Johnson. Now it's a 7-point Timberwolves lead.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Here's Booker. And Culver pulls it down. Culver's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Johnson, the pass to Beasley. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. 1:24 left in the fourth quarter. Russell kicks to Culver. Gets the first. That stretches their lead to 8. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 9-point ball game here. And it's Rubio with the ball for the Suns. Johnson over to help. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Bridges, no one around him. Phoenix, no good that time either. Russell passes to Towns. Tries again. Back to Russell. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. And that's 31 points for D'Angelo Russell.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Minnesota.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for D'Angelo Russell.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
Wasted no time on that one. And the Timberwolves lead by 14.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot two.
Karl Anthony Towns taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Make no mistake, Karl Anthony Towns has all the skills necessary to be amongst the best players in the league. What a problem he poses for defenses, guys.
It's deflected. Right wing. Pass to Evans. And here's Towns. To the wing on the left. Shoots over Payne. No good. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. A resounding victory for them. And
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. body fluid, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting.
Welcome to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and Slam.
You play 2K
all the time.
You act.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And now you have an album.
Hello. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Sharch.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Bridges, and it's Ayton in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Spurs, we've got Derek White, Jakob Poeltl out there with DeRozan. Then there's Murray, and it's Walker in at the 3. Now, here's Rubio after the miss from Jakob Poeltl. And Rubio kicks to Bridges. Back to Rubio. Clock at 4. And there's Bridges on the assist by Rubio. Brent, at this point, perennial contenders sometimes coast to the final games of the regular season. Any danger that they can't hit that right button or flip the switch and get back into gear?
When you hear analysts say that the playoffs are all about matchups, they are exactly right. You and I talked about this, Kevin, several years ago about the time going into the playoffs. teams don't have to be hot. You don't have to be 10-2 in the last 12 games for your playoffs, because all of a sudden, if you're matched up against a team that's owned you all year long, your chances of winning that series are very, very slim. So it becomes just, let's get in and let's find out who we're playing, and then we'll get to work.
The kick out to Walker. Outside, White. He feeds it to DeRozan. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
The drive by Booker. Kicks it out to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. A nice shot by Booker.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
White the pass to Murray. Now Pirtle. And stolen by Booker. And now the Suns a fast break. This one for three. And no good. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
Well, the great thing about watching that game was that we saw it through their offense, and they showed a few different looks that they settled into and played well.
A different look now for San Antonio. Rudy Gay's checked in for Lonnie Walker. Bryn Forbes comes in for White. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. And the Suns also making a change. Sharch checked in for Johnson. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his first foul. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Suns. DeRozan surveying the D. It's stolen by Sharch. It's stolen by DeRozan. To the middle, stolen by Rubio. And Bridges with a clear path to the basket. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Pirtle.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
The drive by Booker. Can't cash in from close range. Spurs trail by 3.
Look at all the coaching changes that the Suns have had through the years, and some of these young players have heard a lot of voices. 7 in the last 8 years, and the team's performance has shown that kind of inconsistency with up and down seasons.
Now here's Booker. He kicks it to Bridges. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Baines. And Pirtle pulls it down. And all the system changes have really affected the Suns scouting department.
Really difficult to fill out a roster when you've got coaching changes and philosophies that come about, and some guys simply just don't fit. So maybe they settle in here, find the right guys to do the right things, and get themselves back into the playoffs. He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
Here's Forbes. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws of the evening.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Pirtle. And it's Bellinelli in for DeMar DeRozan. Here's Jerome. Kaminsky. Misses the 3. Now Bellinelli. Here's Forbes. Knocks down the 3-ball. Forbes has got 5 points so far. There's 18 seconds left in the first. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Pass to Gay. He gets it up. And that one released in time, but no good. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Spurs lead by 1. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Dario Saric is out there with Frank Kaminsky. Then there's Carter. Then it's Aaron Baines. And it's Jerome and at the point guard, the 17-footer. It's a hand on it, and Gabe with the second chance points. Gabe's got his first 2 points of the night.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Now here's Kaminsky. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And the guard, Bryn Forbes, won back-to-back state championships as a high schooler in the state of Michigan. A couple years at Cleveland State, then transferred back to the state of Michigan and played at Michigan State.
And after that time at Michigan State, he went undrafted, but Kevin really has developed into a steady rotation player in the NBA. And by the way, quite a knockdown shooter. They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
It's tipped. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Carter leading the charge. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts. Guys, a little wild first half this has been.
Wow, back and forth start, that's for sure.
And Forbes kicks to Zeller. Here is Forbes. He's got 5. It's good. Forbes has got 7 points. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Jerome. You put one of these guys on the stripe, boy, you better just chalk up the points. These are the top free throw shooters since the All-Star break. You look at Mills, one of the league's best, 3rd in free throw percentage. And, of course, Mikal Bridges, also absolutely fantastic from the free throw line.
Both of these guys have been simply fantastic from the free throw line. That little midseason rest did wonders for their confidence.
Now here's Murray. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Just 5 on the clock. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And stolen by Ayton. Inside. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And it's Murray penetrating. Got a piece of it.
Well, he has the size and can get up quickly. Ayton with the throwback.
And the Spurs with some changes. Pirtle, he's checked in for Zeller. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Rudy Gay. And Derek White subbed in for Bellinelli. DeRozan, and it's DeRozan with the extra effort. DeRozan's got his second basket. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Now, here's Rubio. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And a gigantic game for him at the free throw line. He was an instigator, drawing a ton of contact and really just hunting for the whistle.
Brent, you know, the moving screen is one of those very difficult judgment calls, isn't it?
It's a tough one, Kevin, but what you look for all the time in replays when you see that call, it's almost like the salsa. I'm looking at the hips and the feet. If the feet are too wide, and Kevin Garnett was the biggest problematic moving screen setter that I ever saw, being 6'11" and spreading out those sticks of his. But if the feet go wider than the shoulder, impossible. And then the hip move as the defender is moving around the screener, just enough of a nudge for him not to be able to catch up.
Yes.
Those are the ones where the referees, I think, are most in tune to in order to blow the whistle.
Suns trail by 3. Lays it up and banks it in. Rubio's got his second basket of the night.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And there's the pass to Walker. Bridges against DeRozan. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game. Don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless.
40 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Booker finds Johnson. And the three off target.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
The wide open look here for DeRozan. Great positioning on the putback. And now a 6-point San Antonio lead.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Does it feel good as a big man like Ayton to throw it down? You bet it does.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Here's Booker. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Now just a 2-point Spurs lead.
And Devin Booker showing a nice touch around the rim.
White against Rubio. Here's DeRozan. Sinks the triple. DeRozan's got 12 in the game.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize,
and so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for San Antonio.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here. DeMar DeRozan putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He had 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals. And that's a wrap.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Pirtle is out there with DeRozan. Then there's DeJounte Murray. Then there's Derek White. And it's Walker in at the 3 slot. That's the San Antonio 5. Shot clock at 5. The Suns need to get a shot off. Ayton tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
But they get it back. Outside for Murray. Passes to DeRozan. White looking around. Over Johnson. Offensive rebound.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Suns trail by 7. Ayton up top. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Yeah, Ayton just swallowing up the defender there and then completes the play.
Murray outside. And it's Murray with the jam.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, and his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
A nice shot by Booker.
Booker showing some speed, excelling there, and blasting right through the defense to get to the rim. Every shot in his arsenal, Devin Booker, is pretty impressive. He can shoot it from deep. He moves well without the basketball. He can create with others. He is a young offensive force and is an interesting player to watch in terms of what develops next.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Gay comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Lonnie Walker. And it's Bryn Forbes in for White. And Brent, with Booker, the ball handling and creativity he has puts him among the elite guards in the league.
And you wonder if Phoenix can find a way to get some more talent around Devin Booker. What happens when all of the attention is not on him? He's already proven he's a great scorer. Where else can he go?
The Spurs making a switch here. Mills is checked in. Pass to Gay. Here's Forbes. Buries it from three-point range. Forbes has got the lead up to 9 now for San Antonio.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
And they continue to control the glass.
Down low, here's Gay. Oh, tried it. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here is Forbes, defended by Carter. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. And let's look at some league leaders. Big defense being played by these small forwards. They're leading their position in blocks over the last month. Mikal Bridges is second.
Just superb in terms of their athletic defending ability. I mean, all of them. They never give up on a play and do everything they can to challenge each and every shot.
Well, if you don't have great shot blocking ability, you can make up with it with physical play and great timing. They can climb the ladder when they need to defend shots like that.
Gay, right side. That's tipped. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for the Spurs. 55 seconds left to play in the third. Clock at 6. Gay in the corner. Fires the 3. Another miss by Gay. Suns trail by 7. Booker the pass to Baines. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Baines has got his second bucket.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And so it's Mills who will bring it up for the Spurs. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one, and that will be the third of 5 straight played at home. And the basket is good.
Well, Patty works hard to find shots, digs up some gold there.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Carter, and the layup's good off the glass. Carter's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And I like that they're not settling, getting the ball on the interior. 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Mills looking it over. The dish now to Bellinelli. Over Šorić, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. It's the Spurs up by 5. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for the Suns, Šorić and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. Murray's checked in for Patty Mills. The drive by Rubio. And Pirtle sends it back.
Wonderful anticipation from Pirtle on that one, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back. Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Gay outside. Out to the wing. Here's White. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. And it's a 9-point San Antonio lead. To the middle. Here's Johnson. On the wing, Booker. White covering. Booker dishes to Saric. Back to Booker. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Here's Rubio. Here's Ayton. And here's Booker from the arc. And it's Gay with the rebound. Spurs leading by 9. Pirtle kicks to White. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. And the shot goes in. When it comes to hustle, effort, who would you put on the floor to get those 50-50 balls that are just so important? And sometimes, with the win or loss in the balance.
And I watch Kawhi Leonard, and even though he's a superstar player, there's still some efficiency in his action to go and get that ball.
He just never stops.
He never stops. And so, yeah, he might not get dirty, but he doesn't have to because he outsmarts everybody else to get to it. And we have scrappy guys like Marcus Smart and Patrick Beverly who we've talked about as being nuisances on the court. But, those guys are invaluable to any coaching staff. And when they have those kind of plays, it just gets everybody going and brings a level of energy back to the game.
It does energize it. You're exactly right. Saric against DeRozan. Deflects the pass. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
And the Spurs making a change here. Walker's checked in. And the Suns also making a change. Bridges checks in. Rubio finds Ayton. They can use a bucket. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one. That one on Jakob Pirtle.
2018, the first name called in the draft was one DeAndre Ayton out of Arizona. This guy is going to be around for a long time.
Spurs leading by 14. And it's Murray penetrating. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Cans it from downtown.
Yeah, a good contest, but if Booker has his eyes on the rim before you get there on the closeout, chances are he's going to score.
Outside, White. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. 1:25 left to play here in the fourth. And the dunk by Pirtle.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Spurs.
It's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And not only are they on their way to winning this game, this also gives them a win in the season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for DeMar DeRozan.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
And the first one drops. A different look now for San Antonio. DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Jakob Pirtle. White comes in for Johnson. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills. Saric outside. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. The Spurs making a switch here. Pirtle's checked in. And Walker's got the ball here for San Antonio. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. No good on that one.
At the line for your Spurs.
Good on the second free throw. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth. Johnson kicks to Payne. Banked in off the glass.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Trying to add a few more points to their lead.
And they should just stay with what they've been doing.
Outside White, and the foul called on Cameron Payne. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And that one falls for White. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Here's Medu, and the shot goes in. And the Spurs lead by 15.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
The three from Johnson, no good. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. A confident win. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. lower body fluid, and goaltend.
And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Beasley.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. DeJounte Murray is out there with White. Then there's Rudy Gay. Then it's DeRozan. And it's Walker in at the 3. And for the Timberwolves, we've got D'Angelo Russell. Culver out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Malik Beasley. And it's Okogie in at the small forward. Shot clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And it's Towns missing. Here's San Antonio now. And Clark coming out of Washington is a one-and-done. DeJounte Murray is considered a raw prospect.
Yeah, very raw. The 29th pick in the 2016 draft, guys, taken by the Spurs. Excellent physical tools and outstanding athleticism. It was surprising that he left when he did. I recall that when I heard. But at 6'5", a 7-foot wingspan, he's got a chance to be special.
Russell with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. Here's Towns. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board.
You know, that's a quick 0 for 4 now. At what point do you call a timeout and reset?
And finished off by Gay.
Yeah, and Gay can certainly slam it home. Got to keep this guy away from the rim or he's going to posterize it.
Now here's Towns. Providing around 26.5 points a game. Rarely has an off night. Puts the move on. It's not going to go for him. And San Antonio will go the other way with it.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses.
Oh, what a dunk!
Well, I tell you what, DeRozan really packs a punch now. He's an explosive athlete with really good strength. I mean, he's got great size for a backcourt dominant scorer.
Now here's Beasley. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
finally, after all those clanks, someone comes through for him.
Well, you knew it eventually was going to happen. I mean, my goodness, a tight start to this one, but maybe that'll ignite some more buckets to be made.
Here's Murray after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns.
You know, we know Murray's got some creativity to his passing game, but no need to be creative there. I mean, he sees the wide open man and zips it right to him.
Now, here is Russell. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Rockets in Houston.
And he didn't take any plays off at the defensive end. I mean, he wound up with 4 steals on the night.
Let's take a second now to bring up a list of the centers and power forwards from around the NBA who have been money at the charity stripe in the second half of the season. Rudy Gay on top.
He's got a great rhythm and form at the foul line. Sometimes we don't see that in the big fellas, but he is automatic up there.
Yeah, just call him Mr. Sure Thing. He's developed a really nice, consistent free throw stroke. And it's good to see somebody destroying that myth that big guys can't make their free throws. No hack and shack here.
Clark, you were so prolific in so many areas of the game. Which part of basketball came the easiest for you?
I think the rebounding piece. I always had a knack for sniffing out missed shots and had the size and timing and hands to chase down rebounds. But that was probably the strength of my game and the most unique part of it at an early age. And then the ball handling. My dad was 6'4" in the 50s, which meant you pretty much played inside, and he drummed into my head and my heart. Make sure you can handle that ball. So from the time I started playing, I was dribbling and making sure I could handle it, and it served me well during my playing career.
And here's DeRozan after the three-pointer from Karl Anthony Towns. Gay with the defensive effort.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And it's White missing. Timberwolves trail by 5. Here's a Kogi. The putback. It's good on the putback.
You know, guys, whenever Russell attacks second chance opportunities like that, it's a big bonus.
White the pass to DeRozan. And a wide open look for Walker. The long distance three is buried. Walker's got 5 points so far.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
White wide open. He fires. No good on the triple. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Beasley for 3, hangs on the trifecta.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
And it's Murray penetrating. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him. Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
This game was in danger of getting away from them. They've made a nice push to keep it close.
For 3, Beasley. And that concludes a back-and-forth high-scoring. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. Guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
They've got James Johnson. Layman is out there with Culver. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4 slot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And you think about the 2 best talents in Wolves history, KG, obviously, and probably Big Cat.
I would not disagree. I mean, KG is a Hall of Famer. And the Cat, Karl Anthony Towns, has been terrific early in his career. The rebounding and scoring, the versatility at that size between those 2 guys. Boy, it could have possibly been like the Admiral and Tim Duncan. Well, maybe not quite that good, but really good.
Noel. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Spurs leading by 3. Lets it go from 14. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Boy, when it's coming off of Forbes' fingertips like this, guys, it is cash money. What a pure-looking stroke.
And there it is for him.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
And Mills kicks to Zeller. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at him.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And the Spurs, I've heard it said, the most process-oriented team in the league.
Well, that's an understanding of what it takes for them as a small market team to be successful. A good assessment of what they have to do as the San Antonio Spurs to be good. Scouting, coaching, chemistry, all part of that.
Pirtle kicks to Mills. Back to Pirtle. Johnson over to help. And here's Mills for three. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Guys, this is where Mills thrives. He's ready to shoot as soon as the ball touches his hand. Excellent catch-and-shoot play.
Spurs leading by 6. Unloads. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Mills has got his second basket of the night. Passes it to Reed. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Clark, what would your dream backcourt look like? If you were going to design one, what would it look like?
Well, they'd have good size and athleticism, somewhere in that 6'3" to 6'6" range, and the ability to make plays for themselves and others, and also be very solid at the defensive end. You know, you think about some guys that would fit that bill. I look at a guy like Malcolm Brogdon, who really gives it to you in multiple ways as a backcourt player. And I like the scoring of Damian Lillard.
Agreed.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
There's the triple. Headshot off. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling, and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Here's Hernan Gomez.
And, you know, the Spurs are never afraid to play to the tune of their own drummer. I mean, just as the rest of the league embraces threes and layups, the Spurs going against that grain, leading the league in mid-range shots and post-ups.
So both teams making some changes here. Good on both.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Inside, Gay. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Athletic, slippery, elusive. Gay seems to have a knack for scoring in these situations.
Well, you were talking about the mid-range and the post-up. Those are the strengths of DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, Coach Popovich has been so successful for decades because he always adapts to the strengths of his players. Outstanding coaches do that in every sport. That shot diet might not work for most other teams, but if it fits the Spurs, they'll go old school and make it work for them.
No good from Beasley. Spurs leading by 6. Top of the key. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Pirtle. Pirtle's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Russell feeling it out a bit. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Russell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He's done a nice job, a great job actually, of finding efficient shots here in the second. Shooting percentage always a function of the kinds of shots you get. And he's on a good roll after struggling a bit in the first.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
Well, you know, this is just who Russell is, in my opinion, guys. A very assertive and confident player who looks to score the ball as much as he can.
Here is Forbes. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
First trip to the line for him here.
How about this for Bryn Forbes? Undrafted, he's come a long way. Quietly, he's one of the best three-point shooters in the game.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoop. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical. Look at this little fella going in there and eating up some glass.
Out to DeRozan from deep. And so it's San Antonio.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. It was all about San Antonio as the game got going. They strung together several impressive triples. And that should do it with the second half about to begin.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at D'Angelo Russell. What a contribution.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for San Antonio. DeRozan out there with Rudy Gay. Then it's White. Then there's Murray. And it's Walker in at the small forward.
And, you know, the Timberwolves made Karl Anthony Towns their franchise cornerstone going forward. Cat signed a 5-year deal worth $190 million. And really, it's not even a question. He's the present and future of this team.
And with Towns and his extension, Clark, it would have been hard to imagine the Timberwolves doing anything different.
You know, I think it's really rare to find a player so complete at this young age as Towns is. I mean, the production he gives you with his scoring and rebounding is really irreplaceable.
Continuing to show activity on the offensive glass. Second chance buckets have been huge.
Yeah, they certainly have been. You'd like to knock down that first one, but if you don't, then the second shot is the next best thing.
Now here's White. No points in the game yet for him. And Culver pulls it down. Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's Towns. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And DeRozan kicks to Walker. The dish to Murray. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Towns with the steal. And now Russell pushing it up. No one back to stop him. The score now all even. Russell's got 12 points in the game.
The steal, then right into the fast break. Towns with excellent awareness for his age. Very mature player, despite being a young buck.
Now here's Gay. 6 points for him. Right side, White. 6 to shoot. Gay kicks to Walker. From the line, he clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. 8 points for Rudy Gay.
And Gay doesn't fear pressure. Always calm and cool in those situations, especially when the clock's running low.
And the last 2 years, Karl Anthony Towns getting a rap as a bad defender. What do you think that's fair to say?
You know what, Kevin? I don't think it's as fair as it once was. He's not nearly the defensive liability he used to be. And he's better defensively one-on-one. And I think he's improved in his ability to switch and rotate on smaller players.
The Spurs making a switch here. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Gay. Acapurdo comes in for Lonnie Walker. Bellinelli, he's checked in for White. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
I guess Towns got a little bit of point guard in him. The big fella with a beautiful dime right there.
And here is Bellinelli. He's still scoreless so far in this one. He kicks to Zeller. The 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. They'll be off to Oklahoma City for a meeting with the Thunder after this one. Hit the road with that, the first of a 5-game run. San Antonio trailing here. It's DeRozan with the drive. Pirtle trying to get open. And DeRozan with the basket on the assist by Zeller.
You know, guys, I look at DeMar DeRozan, and I think he's one of the very best at making tough shots. I mean, the defense is draped all over him, and he still finds a way to get it up and down.
And the wide open shot from Bellinelli. His three-pointers off the mark for Minnesota. They've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Layman pass to Johnson. Timberwolves passing it around. Ring shot on the way. Will not go. This is off the front iron. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements. And Bellinelli kicks to DeRozan. To the inside. And the jam by Tyler Zeller.
You know, that's a veteran play. DeRozan stays open to all possibilities. That's seeing the game in front of you. Excellent find.
That one goes in.
Boy, he's been a different player here in the second half, looking much more comfortable on the offensive end.
50 seconds left here in the third quarter. Drains the three-pointer.
And he's made a living draining the three-ball. Bellinelli is a cold stone sniper.
Layman pass to Towns. Over Zeller. Towns, no luck. San Antonio leading by 3. To the right side. Here's Okogie. Lays it up off the glass. Okogie's got his second basket.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Mills looking it over. A steal. Towns against DeRozan, and they pick up 2. And that's now 17 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, you got to respect and admire the focus of Towns. I mean, he just doesn't get rattled. He just stays with it, embraces the challenge, and keeps coming.
A nice shot by Zeller.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. It's San Antonio. They're up by 1. And we'll get it going after this from the target. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got James Johnson, and it's Culver in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Neither team here in the fourth generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
To the paint, here's Pirtle. Makes it off the glass.
Boy, nice job that time, guys, from Forbes, spotting the wide open man and dropping the dime.
Pass to Reed. Shoots over Pirtle. That one off the back iron and out.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Inside, Gay. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Here's DeRozan, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Pass to Gay. Kicks it to Mills. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 14 feet away. It's tipped.
And great positioning there from Culver. That's what allowed him to get the block.
The pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's Reed. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
You know, over the years, Gay has added a lot of different wrinkles to his offensive game. He's really now a very versatile scorer.
And Pirtle sends it back. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Gay. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one's on Johnson.
You got to stay physical and stay aggressive if you're Rudy Gay. Force the defense to make some mistakes.
A different look now for San Antonio. Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for Purtle. White comes in for Bryn Forbes. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills. There's Russell with the 3. They get the rebound. Towns kicks to Beasley. They shoot again, and the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut to just 5 on the basket from James Johnson.
And there's no quit when it comes to battling there until the final whistle. What a putback.
Understands his role, does his job, and he did it right there, Greg. The timing couldn't have been better.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball in rhythm.
There's Russell with the 3. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board. DeRozan's got his 5th rebound in this one. And White kicks to Walker. Back to White. Russell against Walker. Russell dishes to Johnson. Outside Russell. Right at the free throw line. Again, Russell missing. And it's DeRozan with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. .122 left in the fourth quarter. Murray with it. Over in the corner. White. Murray surveying the D. Puts up a 3. 6 on the shot clock. Gay. And Gay with the second chance points. Gay's got 10 points in just the second half.
Boy, Gay doing a nice job to corral that rebound. A sneaky good play there. He corralled it and finished it.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for San Antonio.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Couple that with just how well they've shot it from beyond, and they've made this thing look easy.
You know, D'Angelo Russell, to his credit, made the most of the move to Brooklyn. You know, he was dumped by the Lakers in 2017 in a trade to create cap space and ended up being selected to his first All-Star game in 19.
And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Showing determination inside. Towns absorbs the contact and gets the whistle.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he does get the second one. And that trims the lead to 6.
Boy, he'd sure like to have that miss back. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leaving freebies at the line.
The kick out to Walker. And the rejection by Towns.
Well, you see the great reach as well as the relentless pursuit shown by Towns. Simply saying, not here, not now, not in my house.
A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
This is when you really need to maintain your focus.
Culver's checked in for the Timberwolves. Murray the pass to Gay. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And Walker kicks to White. Pass to DeRozan. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And that's an intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
Well, Rudy Gay is a multi-talented and gifted athlete. I mean, he's an excellent shooter, a versatile defender, and continues to play at a high level. Good composure from the line there. Those shots sealed it.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.